Have you ever wondered what immortality could cost? What if the price was the world itself? Welcome to the Sorcerer's Stone, a quest for immortality, a sleep story that will take you on an unforgettable journey. Join our intrepid adventurers as they traverse treacherous terrains and face moral dilemmas. Discover the true meaning of power and question if the promise of immortality is worth the risks that come with it. Nestled within the verdant hills and shimmering rivers, the ancient city of Eldarion stands like a testament to time. Its cobblestone streets, grand palaces, and towering spires echo the stories and wisdom of generations past. The city's history is rich with tales of mighty heroes, cunning rogues, and powerful sorcerers, but one legend looms above them all, the legend of the Sorcerer's Stone. The Sorcerer's Stone, as the tales say, is an artifact of unparalleled power, crafted by the city's greatest sorcerer, Alicius. Alicius was a figure of renown and reverence, his name woven into the very fabric of Eldarion's history. He was an enigmatic figure, wise beyond his years, and his understanding of magic was said to surpass that of any other. The stone he created is spoken of in hushed tones, a topic of fascination for both the young and the old. It is said to be a shimmering gem, pulsating with an ethereal glow, a physical manifestation of life's eternal cycle. The legends speak of its ability to grant immortality, to cease the aging process and protect its bearer from the clutches of death. However, the stone's existence is shrouded in layers of myth and mystery. Some believe it to be a mere fairy tale, a story conjured to entertain children. Others, however, speak of the stone with a fervent belief, certain of its reality and the immortality it promises. Over the centuries, countless adventurers have embarked on quests in search of the stone, their fates lost to the mists of time. The stone's true nature, its location, and the depths of its power remain the city's greatest enigma. Alicius, the stone's creator, vanished without a trace, leaving behind only cryptic clues. His disappearance further fueled the legends, his legacy living on in the heart of Eldarion and the tale of the Sorcerer's Stone. Hidden in plain sight or tucked away in some forgotten corner of the world, the Sorcerer's Stone's legend continues to captivate the minds of the brave and the curious, sparking dreams of discovery, power, and the tantalizing promise of immortality. In the quieter, scholarly district of Eldarion, Master Elric, a venerated scholar, was known to spend his days lost in scrolls and manuscripts, his life dedicated to the pursuit of knowledge. His obsession with the Sorcerer's Stone, however, had always been considered a peculiar quirk. As Elric's health began to fail, the urgency of his pursuit intensified. One fateful night, Elric summoned his most trusted apprentice to his bedside. With trembling hands, he revealed a dusty, weathered manuscript, its pages yellowed with age. The manuscript, he claimed, was an ancient text passed down through generations, possibly even written by Alicius himself. This tome, forgotten by time, was said to hold the secrets to the stone, its creation, its power, and perhaps even its location. News of the manuscript's existence stirred the undercurrents of Eldarion. From these whispers, a disparate group of adventurers, drawn by fate or chance, came together. Leading the group was Ilyana, a rogue of considerable skill. With sharp eyes and a sharper mind, Ilyana moved through the world like a shadow, her past marked by a personal vendetta against a powerful lord who wronged her family. The stone offered a chance at retribution, a tool to tip the scales of power. Beside her stood Thorin, a young mage of extraordinary talent. His heart held an insatiable curiosity and an idealistic belief in the good that knowledge of the stone could bring. Raised in the school of Eldarion, Thorin saw the stone not as a tool of immortality, but as a beacon of lost knowledge, a testament to the heights that magic could reach. Completing the trio was Gavrik, a stoic and battle-hardened warrior. Gavrik's lineage traced back to the time of Aloysius, his ancestor a sworn protector of the Sorcerer. A sense of duty, as well as a need to understand his family's entangled past with the stone, drove him to join the quest. Together, they stood on the precipice of an adventure that would test their mettle, challenge their beliefs, and push them to their limits, all in pursuit of the enigmatic Sorcerer's Stone. Bound by a shared goal, these unlikely companions set off on a journey that could change the course of their lives and the history of Eldarion forever. Their quest began at the foot of the Frosthaven Mountains, a labyrinth of icy cliffs and treacherous slopes that seemed to touch the sky. The frigid gusts and snowstorms tested their resilience, the biting cold threatening to freeze their resolve. Beneath the pristine snow lay hidden crevasses, and atop the peaks they encountered magical wards left by Aloysius, traps of frost and wind that threatened to cast them into the icy abyss. Emerging from the Frosthaven's frosty grasp, they journeyed next through the Whispering Woods, a forest of ancient trees as old as Eldarion itself. The woods were a web of shadows and secrets, filled with the echoes of old magic. It was here they faced not just the physical danger of lurking beasts and entangling undergrowth, but also spectral apparitions that preyed on their fears and insecurities, forcing them to confront their personal demons. Ilyana grappled with shadows of her past tormentors, Thorin with the weight of his unquenched thirst for knowledge, and Gavrik with the ghostly echoes of his lineage's unfulfilled duty. Finally, they found themselves at the edge of the Zephyr Desert, a vast expanse of sun-scorched dunes as far as the eye could see. The relentless heat and blinding sandstorms were a stark contrast to the icy peaks they had traversed. Magical mirages crafted by Aloysius himself danced in the heat waves, distorting reality and threatening to lead them astray. But the desert was not devoid of life. Mythical beasts, born of sun and sand, roamed the dunes, and they had to outwit or fight these creatures to cross this arid wasteland. Throughout their journey, the trio wasn't alone in their pursuit. Rival adventurers, drawn by the allure of the stone's promise, sought to claim its power for their own. They faced these rivals in a race against time, each encounter a test of their unity and determination. Their journey was as much an inward journey as it was a physical one. Each challenge they faced, each terrain they crossed, shaped them, tested them, and brought them closer to the truth of the Sorcerer's Stone and themselves. Through icy mountain, haunted forest, and scorching desert, their resolve never wavered, their eyes always set on their shared goal, the legendary Sorcerer's Stone. As the trio ventured through the vast and varied landscapes of their world, the stone was not the only thing they sought. With each step, each trial, they also pursued the truth about the artifact and its creator, Aloysius. The old tales painted him as a figure of great power, but the stories were often contradictory, clouded by the passing of time and the bias of the storyteller. Through the forgotten manuscript, ancient inscriptions they discovered on their journey, and the enigmatic trials Aloysius had laid out, the adventurers began to piece together a clearer picture of the Sorcerer. They discovered that Aloysius was not just a figure of immense power, but also of profound wisdom and benevolence. Aloysius had seen the destructive potential of unending life and unchecked power. He foresaw that in the wrong hands, the stone could be used to subjugate, to oppress, to wage wars that would never end. And so, he chose to hide it away, setting up the trials and challenges to test the worthiness of those who sought it. As they delved deeper, they uncovered the true nature of the stone, The immortality it granted was not merely a cessation of aging, but a power that defied the natural order of life and death. This power, they realized, held the potential for great destruction. If used recklessly, it could disrupt the balance of life, causing untold harm to the world and its inhabitants. Alicius's wisdom became clear to them. The stone was not merely a tool for personal gain. It was a test, a responsibility. The power of immortality was not to be sought for its own sake, but to be wielded wisely and only by those who understood the gravity of its consequences. The truth about the stone and its creator painted a complex picture of power, wisdom, and responsibility, showing the adventurers that their quest was not just a journey across lands, but also a journey of understanding the depths and dangers of unchecked power. As the trio neared their goal, the physical trials of their journey began to pale in comparison to the moral and philosophical questions that started to weigh on their minds. Each revelation about the stone and its creator forced them to reevaluate their motivations and the potential consequences of their quest. The allure of immortality was potent, but they began to question its nature. Was it a gift or a curse? The ability to live forever, to see civilizations rise and fall, held a certain allure, but they also recognized the potential for despair, the loneliness of outliving loved ones, the staleness of an existence without end. They pondered if immortality might rob life of its urgency, its vibrancy, its preciousness. They also questioned the price of such power. With the stone's potential for destruction revealed, they had to consider if the benefit of one person gaining immortality was worth the risk it posed to the world at large. Would they be able to resist the temptation to use the stone for personal gain or revenge? And if they couldn't, would they become the very threats Alicius feared? Most critically, they grappled with whether they, or anyone, had the right to disrupt the natural balance of life and death. Was it their place to decide who should live forever? They questioned if meddling with such profound forces could lead to unforeseen consequences, upsetting the delicate balance that governed their world. As they neared their goal, these moral dilemmas became as much a part of their journey as the physical trials they had faced. They realized that their quest for the Sorcerer's Stone was not just a test of their strength, but also of their wisdom, their morality, and their understanding of the true value and cost of life and power.